nice and decent place to change even a nappy of her child. So we're not just talking about working mothers, but even the ones who are working in informal sectors, that even in our marketplaces, we can have those rooms specifically for those mothers. They can change. Maybe a child can take a nap, or Madam Speaker, they can also be able to breastfeed in privacy and in decency, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this provision will also cater for persons who are traveling from long distances in the accompaniment of babies, ensuring that in each public restroom, a baby changing facility is provided. This part also provides for a general offense under this act. So whether we are having bus stations, we have long distances buses. So where we have bus stations, we have a specific room, not inside the restroom, Madam Speaker, but at the side where these mothers can change and breastfeed their babies. Part 3 of the bill, we have clause 11 to 12 that provides for power of the Cabinet Secretary to make regulations for the better carrying out of this proposed act, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as I ask Honorable Wanyonyi to second, because I want he for she, the men who stand for women. And we want to appreciate, Madam Speaker, that bringing a life, having a child is very important. Many women are opting not to have children. We need to have our babies. So the ones who choose, and especially the young girls, in this house, I understand we didn't have a breastfeeding place, because then the ladies who were appointed or nominated or came to Parliament were past their childbearing age. But now, Madam Speaker, we have honorable members who are less than 30 years. Some are getting married when they're in this house. So they will not stop giving birth, because now they are members of Parliament. They are human beings. They need to have their children, and we don't need to limit any one of them. Let us lead by example from this house to any public facility.
Order, Honorable Sabina Chege. Honorable Charles Ngusi Anguna, member for Mwingi West, what is out of order? What specifically is out of order?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. There is nothing out of order. I'm just enjoying the way the motherly character of Sabina Chege is trying to express this motion with a lot of emotions, and also I fully support it, but I am looking forward to contributing it because I'm a new father in town.
I'll take that to be part of canter and banter for the House and allow the Honorable Sabina Chege to proceed.
Allow me to congratulate Honorable Member for being a new father in town. Well done. And Madam Speaker, I also want to speak to our girls and tell them breastfeeding is fashionable. Let us know that the girls think that when they give birth, they want to give the formula milk to their babies and not to breastfeed. Breastfeeding, the breast milk is the only nutritious 100% that has all the nutrients that a child needs, including the growth of a brain of a child. And I am very sure Honorable Dr. Nikal will speak about the importance of that 6 months exclusive breastfeeding. So to our girls in Kenya, don't be lied to anyone that when you don't breastfeed, those breasts will not fall down one day. It comes with age. So breastfeed is better for the breast to fall for a reason, instead of you saying you want to deny your child that natural immunization, those natural nutrients that are needed there. And I strongly believe that no woman should be forced to compromise the health of her child in order to make a living, because a lot of institutions, and want to give a warning, they will say when you get employed, when you get pregnant, go home. Or when you have to report at this time, I urge the employees, the employers also, Madam Speaker, to have reasonable working time for the breastfeeding mothers. You have been a mother like me. You know when your breasts are full of milk, you cannot concentrate. So when especially that milk is full and start coming out, it becomes very uncomfortable for a mother. So for the employers, let the breastfeeding mother come, might be slightly late, might be at 10, let them leave early. It is just a matter of 6 months. And because there is 3 months for the leave, maternity leave, so it might be 3 months only. But that mother is going to be more productive. She's going to be more happy. The child is going to be more healthy. And so, as I conclude, I wish to state that I believe that this bill, when enacted into law, will go a long way in protecting the right of breastfeeding mothers and preserve their dignity at work and in public places. It will ensure that the women are not discriminated from employment based on childbirth and the conditions that they come with it. Madam Speaker, I want to thank the committee that handled this matter on the social protection. Honorable members, you can have a copy of a report that the Committee on Social Protection considered this bill. We went through a lot. I want to also congratulate many institutions that came in to give their views. Madam Speaker, there were many of them. I'm trying to see whether I can be able to get them. We have the Kenya Association of Breastfeeding, Kenya Bankers Association, DONA International. We have Kenya Demographic and Health Survey, Kenya Private Sector Alliance. We had even Uhuru Community Development Project that came in, Lactation Education Consultants, the University of Nairobi, and we had many, many, many other people, even individuals who came in. I was trying to look for a name of a lady who came in. She was somebody Kimani. So I just want to mention all of them and just say thank you for coming to contribute. If any further amendment is required, we are ready to do that. But Madam Speaker, I now want to call upon Honorable, as I urge the House and the members to support this bill. By the way, it is the third time, Madam Speaker, this bill has come. I don't know who normally kills it. It has been passed in this House 2 times, first Parliament, then second Parliament.